Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the As Told by Kenya podcast. It is our first podcast for the new year. I have a couple things that I want to talk to you guys about, things that have been going on in my life, and all of those things. Let's start first and foremost with making friends in a pandemic is completely hard. So if you watch my I have ADHD and no friends, you know that Kenya's New Year's resolution is to leave the year with more friends than she started. It is nearly impossible to make friends in a pandemic. I have been trying, and here is the thing. All of my friends, like my real life friends who I have, so I've decided that since we're in a pandemic, I can't meet anyone new. I am going to try to build stronger relationships with the friends that I have, the ones that I like. I'm going to try to build stronger bonds with those people. Child, I don't know what is going on, but none of my friends seem to care that we are knee deep in a pandemic. None of them care. They're all like, oh my gosh, Kenya, you want to know something? I don't know if it's because like I'm a YouTuber, which I use the word YouTuber loosely because like, am I a YouTuber? Or because like I'm on social media, they like were so ready to like hang out with me. I don't know. It was like they were awaiting my text. They were like, oh my gosh, Kenya, I want to link up with you. Long story short, everybody wanted to link up. Everyone wanted to link up. They wanted to meet up somewhere because here's the thing. Because I went to school out of state, I give my friends a lot of credit. We have no problem hitting the road. My family always says this about me. They're like, Kenya, why do you have no issue like hitting the road and like like you don't waste no time like hitting the road or nothing? And I will hit the road in a minute if it's for something that I want to do. And my friends are the exact same way. Like my friends will hop on a flight, they will hit the road because we all came from out of state when we went to UA, or like, so we all come from out of state. So we're all like, let's find a way to meet up. Everyone wanted to meet up, and I'm like, you guys, I do have a New Year's resolution, but my New Year's resolution is not to get get COVID. That's my number one New Year's resolution, is to live. And so I'm not meeting up with you guys because I see you guys' Instagram stories, and your Instagram stories are telling me that you guys have been every which aware for the past forever. So I will not be meeting up with you guys. I hope, this is my problem. But like, that's a good excuse, right? Like, Kenya's not being like a bad person for not wanting to meet up with these people, right? Like, because it's in the middle of a pandemic. But anyway, that is what I've decided to do. So this is how you guys will get like a weekly, whenever I put up a podcast, or if I want to make a sit down chit chat video about it, you guys will hear. You guys are going to get updates on how my making friends is going. And maybe by the end of the year, I'll be able to tell you guys, these are my friends, all of this stuff. I don't know. It sounds stupid just saying it. Like, why do I not care about friends, you guys? Why do I not care about friends? It sounds stupid even saying it. And then I thought about joining some organizations, right? I was like, Kenya, get in some organizations, help out, do all those things. I don't have time, you guys. Another thing you'll learn from my last video is me talking about my ADHD, which is also on my list to talk about next. So since I've recorded that video about my ADHD and all that, my ADHD has been at an all-time high. I don't know. I thought being able to talk about it with you guys and like really like have a conversation about it would like really hold myself responsible to do better about it and do better by being better at holding myself accountable and controlling it and doing better at being more productive. But no ma'am, no sir, it has not. It has actually been worse since I started talking about it, because I think I told myself, well, I talked about it, so the work has been done, but the work is so far from done. To put it in perspective, it is 12 o'clock in the afternoon right now. This podcast should have been done by 12, and we are literally 4 minutes in because I just got on a side tangent. I I embrace side tangents. Me and my boyfriend actually ended up talking about like TV and stuff, but like he's already gotten his work done. My boyfriend wakes up at the crack of dawn every day to get his work done, so he can have side tangents because he's already done his work for the day. But Kenya has not. Kenya has not accomplished anything. I procrastinated. I made the bed twice. Like, you guys don't understand what this all does to me. Like, it does a lot, okay? It affects me in a way that I think it is hard to explain. It's hard to explain why I made the bed twice, why I did my laundry, why, and like I tried to help myself out because last night I knew I have okay, this is a long tangent, so we'll start here. I, for some strange reason, got 3 sponsorships at the beginning of this year. So this week, I'm working with Audible, HelloFresh, and Patreon. You guys know I'm a Patreon ambassador. I'm working with all 3 of them this week. So I have videos due by all 3 this week. And like, I chose like purposefully to, number one, take all of this on because I just think they're amazing opportunities. And like, HelloFresh, remember my Leah Michelle video when I said Leah Michelle, like, stop paying Leah Michelle and pay me? Like, look at that, manifesting, I guess. I don't believe in manifesting, by the way. That's a tangent for a whole nother day. But anyways, I got the HelloFresh deal, so I'm like, I'm taking that, right? Well, because I have 3 videos due in such a short period of time, it's a quick turnaround, I've been like stressed. I've been, honest to God, so stressed. It gives me anxiety. This is why I don't think, like, I can't do this. This is why, like, my goals, like in 2020, you know how people set huge goals for 2020 and all this stuff they want to like do in 2020? I honestly, not that I want to maintain, but I'm good not being the biggest person on Patreon. I'm good not being the biggest person on YouTube. I've already given up Twitter. As you guys can see, I haven't been on Twitter. And I think I'm going for good. I think I am going for good. I don't think I will be making my return, unfortunately, for people who want. But I don't think I'll be over there. But if you guys send me DMs and stuff, I do check my DMs. So that's always going to be a thing. But anyways, I've already cut Twitter out of my life because I'm not trying to be the biggest person on Twitter. I'm barely on Instagram because I'm not trying to be the biggest person on Instagram because I've learned that my ADHD can't really do it. I know ADHD rears its head in people differently, but for me, it feels like, I'm sure if I put my mind to it, I can do it, but I didn't like the way I felt at the end of 2020. You guys don't understand. I made a financial goal. I made goals for myself when it came to Patreon, when it came to finance, and when it came to like the things I wanted in my life. I made goals for all of those things. And this is more the Scorpio in me than anything else. I think when I set a goal, it has to come true. And it always does. It always does. But it doesn't come true by means of manifesting. It comes true because I work to the death to get it. Like, I put my heart and soul into everything that I do when I set up a goal that I want something to be done. Therefore, I put my heart and soul into getting all of those goals accomplished, and they all came true. But at the cost of what? I feel like at the cost of my honest to God sanity. I woke up every single morning not wanting to get up because I'm like, gotta do this work, gotta hit this. And then when you hit the markers, what does it mean? I was watching a Raven Elise. Raven Elise is a YouTuber, really good YouTuber. You can go subscribe to her. She's really good. She makes like lifestyle content, I guess. She would put up an Instagram story yesterday, and she was talking about how she put up a thing that she wanted to get 2 million subscribers in 2021, and she asked herself, why do I want to be at 2 million subscribers at the end of 2021? Like, what do I gain in getting that? And she has gotten on the wave that I am already on, because I told myself this, I think in October, when it came, like, when you hit those things, what significance and what is I'm going to promise you something. My life at 200,000 subscribers and my life at 500,000 subscribers, because I almost made that a goal this year, like get 500,000 YouTube subscribers. My life at 200,000 and 500,000 will actually look no different. It would look no different. I have the things that I want. Honest to God, it would look no freaking different. I had a great 2020 as far as like career success goes. So my life would look no different at 500,000 subscribers. So the question begs, what would you be doing it for? What would you be doing it for? You want to know what 300,000 more subscribers would gain me? More online harassment. That is what it would give me. You know what a bigger Twitter following would give me? More online harassment. You know what a bigger Instagram would give me? More online harassment. I think we are so in goals, vision boards, manifest culture that we don't even think or take the time to ask ourselves, what would my life look like when I reach this goal? What happens in my life that's going to be so spectacular once I hit this goal? And I told myself nothing. More YouTube subscribers would add nothing of significance, nothing that I want to my life. It would not. Like Kenya, like I said, Kenya is not trying to be the richest person in the world. Kenya is not trying to be the hardest working person in the world. Kenya is not trying to be internet famous of the world. Like, I'm not trying to do that. That is not my goal. And then I had to learn from getting the platform and getting the YouTube platform that I didn't want these things. Like Kenya is, I like living my normal life. So I had to learn that I did not want any of those things. And so I'm like, setting goals are, people are like, you need to move with intention in 2020. And people always equate that to like, you know, they equate it to like your business or your career or stuff like that. And I'm just like, what if I move with intention in my personal life? What if I move with intention in the way I treat myself? Because that's what I noticed that's what I noticed I lost in 2020. I lost respect for myself. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I used to value not having to work. Y'all remember, I used to value being unemployed. I used to value taking time for me to do whatever I wanted to do. But in 2020, I stopped valuing me time. I read less books. I watched less movies. I watched less TV shows. And it's like, you was sitting at home all day and you managed to do less fun things at home that you used to love doing. Like this last year should have been the time where I watched every television show I wanted to watch. But I felt like if I sat down and watched television shows, or I let a day go by without me doing something for YouTube, Patreon, or Instagram, or Twitter, that I was missing out on something. I was missing out on getting to the money. I felt like I was missing out on something. And the gag of it all is, Kenya, you could have took a month off. You could have taken a month off of doing everything, and your life probably would still look exactly the same. You put all this pressure on yourself, pressure that you can't handle because of your ADHD. Because I don't want to be I can't do this type of person, because I've amazed myself many times, and I don't want me admitting like that I have ADHD to like be a reason why Kenya can't do stuff, because Kenya can do anything she wants. But that's the problem. I believe I can do anything that I want, and so I break my back trying to get things done, and it's unhealthy. It was defeating. It was draining. 2020 was draining. That is the word. Thankfully, I didn't lose anyone close to me in COVID last year, but it didn't help the fact that I still felt drained at the end of 2020. I just felt like I did a lot and nothing at the exact same time. And gain nothing from it, and gain absolutely nothing from it beyond monetary gain, because who cares? Who cares, you know? So with 2020, I'm trying to get my ADHD under control, but it's hard because the first week of 2021 is I had 3 sponsorships from 3 great brands that I actually really enjoy working with coming up, and it's just I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do when it comes to all of that. So I'm trying, but if I get Audible's done, I got Audible out of the way. I had a video from 2020 that I just stuck an Audible sponsorship on top of. Worked out perfectly fine. I think I sent it over for review today. I'm gonna film a Patreon video. I'm doing my makeup right now, by the way. If you hear clicks and clacks, it's because I'm doing my makeup. And I'm gonna get this Patreon video going, and then I'm gonna film a regular video that I'm honestly going to attempt to edit today to get it up today, because I just want to be done with it all. And then after, I told myself after this week, because I have a HelloFresh delivery coming tomorrow, and I gotta go vote. I didn't vote early. I live in Georgia, so you already know what time it is. I have to go vote tomorrow, which I also have a HelloFresh sponsorship coming, so hopefully the voting line is as short as it was when I went to vote in the presidency. Therefore, I won't have to be there for a long time, so I can get back for my HelloFresh sponsorship. Because they literally asked me when did I want them to deliver the food. And I told them, oh, you can deliver it on January 5th. And like, if I'm not there, they're going to be pissed. Like, we let you pick the day, girl, and you still not here. So I'm going to attempt to get all that done. And then once HelloFresh is filmed, and that's another thing I've never done. Like, I feel like HelloFresh is for like lifestyle channels. So, like, what does a commentary channel do with HelloFresh? I don't know. That's another thing. That's another thing people don't think about in the sponsorship game. Figuring out how to integrate this stuff into your content is just hard. Like, Audible, I can do Audible in my sleep. I actually use Audible. So, Audible is easy. Patreon, you already know what time it is. Love Patreon. I'm here. That's where you guys listen. So, Patreon is easy. But some other sponsorships are, like, really tricky because it's just like, you know, I don't really do this. So it's like, I've never used HelloFresh before. Tomorrow's going to be my first time using HelloFresh. So it's hard to like know how I'm going to incorporate it. But I think I have it figured out. And this is all the stuff that makes my ADHD like me, that makes me tremble. That makes me tremble with anxiety, and because it's really hard for me to just stay focused for these long periods of time and get this stuff done. Another thing, 2020, my goal, so besides get some friends, besides get my ADHD under control, I wanted, like, the material thing that I want this year is a Jeep. I want a Jeep. A Jeep has been my dream car forever. I want a Jeep. So I test drove Jeeps yesterday, and it made me realize I hate going to car dealerships. Why is going to car dealerships so annoying? Like, I'm not gonna go buy the Jeep right away. Now, when I bought my car I have now, I actually did buy it the first time I drove it, like, but I knew I was coming to get a car, right? And I was talking to the people, so they knew I was leaving here with a car. But I'm not buying a Jeep the first day. Like, I literally told the guy, like, I've never even driven a Wrangler before. I'm getting a Jeep Wrangler, by the way. And I was like, I've never even driven a Jeep before. And he's like, no problem. And he was really trying to sell me on this beautiful Sahara. But regardless, that is a physical, like a tangible thing that I do want in 2021. I do want a Jeep, and I want a Jeep badly. I want a Jeep really badly. So I'm looking forward to that greatly. But other than that, that's pretty much all that I got done. I wanted to talk to you guys about some television shows that I watched, some movies I watched. So I ended up watching Soul. I feel like I was late to the train. I finished Soul on New Year's Day. Did I finish it on New Year's Day or the next day? I think I finished it on the 2nd. I finished Soul the day after New Year's. I started it on New Year's Day. Really enjoyed Soul. I really loved it. Was fun. Soul was a good time. Soul was a good time. I have a letterbox. All you guys have to go do is look up As Told by Kenya, and you can go to my letterbox where I like review the movies that I watch. I enjoyed Soul. I thought Soul was good. I think Soul was at its worst when he was in his like blob stage, his like soul stage. Those parts kind of took me out of it. Oh, and I think the original, because those parts actually weren't bad. I think that the first time he like went into when he was about to go into the great beyond, I felt like that part dragged. Like it took him too long to get back to like Earth. So I just felt like that part of the first act, I felt like the first act dragged on a little too long for my liking. I think the movie could have been shorter and it dragged on, but I had a good time. This is one of those, me and Pixar, I'm not a Pixar stan. Like, I love most Pixar, but I'm not a stan of Pixar. Like, some of their movies, I'm like, I could have done without. I think Inside Out is slightly overrated, and I think some other Pixar movies are overrated, even though I like Inside Out. It's just slightly overrated, you know? And I enjoyed, like, this is one of those Pixar movies that I like really liked. I really did. So Soul was good. I gave Soul 4 out of 5 stars. The only reason why it lost the star is because I felt like the first act was dragging along. Like, I felt like in the first act we knew what was going to happen, and I just feel like it just dragged along. And so the middle act in the middle where the meat should have been, I kind of felt like was rushed. I kind of felt like him going to play at the place was rushed, and they had to rush the ending or the middle to get us a good conclusion. And the first act is where some things could have been chopped off. But other than that, thought it was excellent. I loved Soul. I thought Jamie Foxx did an amazing job at the voice. Because here's the thing, it's like when Chris Rock is a voice actor, you know Chris Rock's voice. But I feel like Jamie Foxx did a good job of not sounding like Jamie Foxx. Like, cause that's an annoying thing about voice acting. When you like know who the voice actor is, you're like, that it's like Rail. Rail was the barber, and you knew it was Rail. Like, he just sounds like Rail. And it's like, you didn't try nothing. You didn't try to do nothing with your voice. You just went in there and gave us the same, which he didn't have to. He did fine. Rail did absolutely fine. But you know, you could have gave us more. You could have tried some things. But you know, sometimes you get in there and they're like, no, we don't want you to try anything. Give us exactly what we said give us. And there it is. So, other than that, I enjoyed Soul. The next movie that I watched was Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves from 2015. A whole mess. For some reason, my boyfriend was like, oh my gosh, this movie was insane. He watched it one night when he was in college. He's like, watch this. So my boyfriend went out yesterday and I watched it. And a whole mess. He was 100% correct. A whole mess. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars because here is the thing. It'll have your attention the entire way because, like, it's one of those movies. It's like shark movies. You guys may not know. I love shark movies. Shark movies are like my favorite genre of movie, and they don't have to be sharks. Like Crawl I consider a shark movie even though they're alligators. Like anytime creature comes and tries to kill everybody in the town, that is or on the boat or that's my gist, right? So, but those movies I'm going to watch from start to finish, whether they're good or not, because like I need to know how this ends, right? So them being good doesn't really matter because I'm here for the mess. And that's how this type of movie was. I was there for purely the mess of it all. Like how these, like, if you have not seen it, it's on Netflix and it's been on Netflix for a really long time. So I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's with Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck's girlfriend, Ana de Armas. Is that her name? Something like that. It's with her and some other girl. I don't know who the other girl is. Haven't seen her on I have seen her on stuff, but not enough to like know who she is. Anyways, they break into his home basically to try and accuse him of being a pedophile. Like, it's a lot. You just have to watch it to watch it. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed my watching experience. There's just some things that could have been done better. Because I knew from the very beginning, not from the very beginning, but once I realized what they were doing, I knew what they were doing. Like, I knew what the message of the movie was, and I just feel like the setup wasn't as good as the message. The dialogue was piss poor. Whoever wrote the script, let's have a chat. Let's have a little bit of a chat, but that doesn't take away from the fact fun. You guys know I am always down for a fun time, and the movie was fun, so I enjoyed that part of the movie. So yeah, and then I also started P-Valley. I'm starting off 2021 with a bang. I told myself I slacked on like watching TV, reading books that had died last year. So I'm starting off 2021 with a bang. I'm trying to watch everything that I should have watched last year. And so that started with P-Valley. I watched the first episode of P-Valley and I really liked it. Now, once again, we're running into the same issue. Script. script. Sometimes I feel like we're trying too hard. We're trying too hard to be something. But overall, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot, actually. So I started P Valley. P Valley is good. It's just, oh my gosh, when you guys know how much I love Down South. You guys know how much I love Down South. Therefore, this is just the Mississippi accents, the loud cars, the loud grills, the loud chains, the BBWs, like just like the bigness that comes with being black and down south. Y'all know I love it. Y'all just know, like, this is just, P Valley is just for me because I love down south. And they like Mississippi, like, and then like I've noticed a lot of stuff doesn't take place in Mississippi. That's the thing. Like, Stars doesn't get enough credit because Stars is willing to give stories to like blackness and like not the same type of stories. They're not trying to they're not trying to Emmy bait you or Golden Globe bait you. Like, Stars doesn't care about being nominated for Golden Globes, Emmys, none of that stuff. Like, they're just trying. And then I do want to discuss, I think Stars is a little, I think the people who run the Academy have beef with Stars because I find it really weird that Power, when Power was good, was never won anything. I think these places, a lot of these places have issues with black shows that are just about black people doing everyday things. So like, Power is just about a drug dealer, right? And like, they don't believe black people should have shows like that. Everyone else gets to tell their drug dealer stories, Sopranos, all these stories, their mob stories, Breaking Bad, all these things, and they get critical acclaim. But things like Power and P Valley is probably not going to get anything when the Emmy nominations come out for this year. Because I don't know, they don't we can get into this another day, but they don't like just regular stories about blackness. It always either has to be like a period piece. Like, Lovecraft Country is probably going to get the nominations, and I like Lovecraft Country, but let's be honest, that's the stuff they like to see. That's the stuff they like to give the awards to. Like, and I don't like that. I don't like that. But anyways, enough of me talking. I am going to go to your questions. So let's see who had the first comment to see what is going on with that. You guys, I think I want to be a teacher. Look at me rambling. I think I want to go get my master's in education at Howard because I really, really, really want to do that. Someone asked for my 2020 thoughts, like what's my 2021 predictions. I think Rihanna's gonna get pregnant. I know we shouldn't be talking about her uterus. Someone said favorite John Mayer album. My favorite John Mayer album is Battle Studies or Continuum. And my favorite Paramore album is After Laughter. I don't think they've made a better album than After Laughter. Schitt's Creek discussion. Let's discuss Schitt's Creek. And why is Maura one of my favorite characters of all time? Maura is literally me. Like, every time Maura does something, I'm like, this is exactly what I would do. When the town thought she was dead and she was like milking it and she wanted to know what everyone was gonna say about her when they thought she was dead, I was like, mood. When they had to like all move into David and Alexis's room, and Johnny was like, okay, we need to all move our stuff into their room, and Maura was like trying to make sure everyone was gonna help. She's like, okay, now that I got you all to help, I'm gonna go. Like, I have something to do. Like, Maura is my favorite. The fact that Maura is just like, I don't care. Like, y'all can go work y'all asses off, but I'm not about to go get a job. Like, I'm gonna do what I was doing when like I was, chilling. I love Maura because Maura does everything that exactly like I would do. David, I love David for the messiness of it all. David's life is so messy for no reason. Like, he brings on the mess. And I will give Schitt's Creek, I may have said this maybe in another podcast, but Schitt's Creek is good because its side characters are good. You guys know I hate townies. I hate townies on television shows, especially when townies like intrude. When townies intrude, but I think the townies on Schitt's Creek are amazing. Like, they serve their purpose and they don't overstep to the point of annoyance. Like the townies in Schitt's Creek are absolutely amazing. Alexis, like award for best character development. Alexis in the character development, her little mannerisms, like that's what makes this show so good. The mannerisms of it all, like it's just good. My favorite episode of all the Schitt's Creek episodes is the games night episode. I love the games night episodes from season 1, I believe. Just absolutely amazing. Like there's just so many episodes. An episode I watched like recently, I thought was one of my favorite episodes too. I forgot it. But yeah, they're just like start to finish, and then it gets better every season. The more like you just like, I just wish seasons had more episodes. Like 13 episodes is not enough. Like it's not enough. Like these seasons should be having like 20 episodes at least. Like it just wasn't enough. But yeah, Schitt's Creek deserved everything. Like good. The fact that it was on TV for so long, 5 years, and I never watched a single episode of it, just shows that like I've been out of touch. Like I've been out of touch, and it comes on pop, and my TV gets pop. Okay, so I don't even know why I never even saw it. So, anyways, I love Schitt's Creek. I'm not ranking Britney Spears albums only because after that, those middle albums I never listened to. Someone asked what's my favorite Glee covers. Clear Throat, Try a Little Tenderness, Mercedes. Shake It Out is the best. Shake It Out, period, is the best song Glee ever performed. Start Me Up, Living on a Prayer, amazing. It's Not Unusual, Darren Criss, amazing. Baby It's Cold Outside on the Christmas album, amazing. Who else? If I Die Young, Naya Rivera, amazing. Leah Michelle, Cry, amazing. What are some more? Like I just know them off top. Isn't She Lovely? Artie. Oh, Never Going Back Again, Artie on the Fleetwood Mac episode. Come on, you guys know the ones. Animal. There's just so many. Like Glee just delivered. I have been watching Glee since I was in middle school. Like Glee is just a moment in time. Like I binged Glee when last year, like during like the thick of the pandemic. We're actually in the thick of the pandemic. When we go back and write the history books, we're gonna realize January 4, 2021, this is the thick of the pandemic. But anyways, when we earlier in the pandemic, it just takes me back to middle school, like falling in love. Like I just love it. So those I think are my favorite. I do like River Deep Mountain High is really good, but I think it's better on the show than it is like when I listen to it in the car, like, you know, the actual song. But Try a Little Tenderness, Shake It Out, Start Me Up, Living on a Prayer are top 3, period. Top 3 performances on Glee. Ain't No Way is also good, Mercedes. What do you guys mean when y'all say 2021 predictions? That's the number 1 comment. 2021 predictions. Okay. I have some. I don't think Shane Dawson comes back in 2021. I said this in my unpopular opinion of 2020. I don't think Shane Dawson's gonna come back in the same way Shane Dawson was here. I just do not. I think we're gonna get a Beyonce album at the end of this year. I do. What else do I believe? I think we're gonna get an Adele album, and I also think we're gonna get that Rihanna album. A lot of people think we're not gonna get the Rihanna album ever. I think y'all gonna get what y'all been begging for. I think y'all are gonna get the Rihanna album. Do I think anyone's gonna get divorced or together? No, I think Selena Gomez might get married this year. It just feels like a Selena Gomez could get married this year moment to who, I don't know who Selena Gomez is even with, but I could see that happening. I think Ariana Grande could get pregnant. There I am. I'm on the team. Rihanna and Ariana Grande could get pregnant. That is where I am at with it. If Beyonce doesn't give us an album this year, Beyonce's going to give us a baby this year. I'm on the everyone's getting pregnant in 2020 train. I am honestly on the everyone is going to get pregnant in 2020 train. I'm hoping in 2021 Meg The Stallion gets her a baller. I was watching Meg The Stallion on New Year's Eve. And I was like, I want Meg The Stallion to be with somebody. You know how Jordan Woods got Carl Towns, like, who was mega rich, and she's been just be on Instagram showing off all the bags and stuff he got her. That's what I want from Meg. I want Meg to be with someone who got some stuff, somebody who got some shit. That's what I want from Meg. I want Meg to be with somebody who got stuff, you know? Like, she was out here with Moneybagg Yo. She put Moneybagg Yo on, by the way. I don't think Moneybagg Yo needs to thank the gods that he, like, got Meg The Stallion when she was, like, not as big as she is now, because he got made. Like, she put him on. Because I swear to God, I wouldn't know who Moneybagg Yo was if Meg The Stallion didn't date that man. And then she was with Tory Lanez, and we know how that ended. That fool. Tory Lanez is such a fool. I can't stand him. I really don't like that man. He ain't done nothing to me, but I can't respect. Did y'all see that stupid tweet where he put up and he was like, I just can't get a break? No, you can't get a break. You're lucky you're not in the penitentiary. Like, what do you mean you just can't get a break? You freaking like, I hate when people cause their own problems and then they go, I just can't get a break, or they go, I can't believe this is happening to me. That is a pet peeve of mine. People who can't own when they are the cause of their own misery, or they're the cause of it, and then they expect everyone else to care that they're so miserable. I hate that. That is a pet peeve of mine. It's a pet peeve of mine in real life, and it's a pet peeve of mine to witness in, like, real time, like on social media and stuff, because I'm just like, you caused this. Like, you are the cause of this. No one went out of their way to, like, hunt down Tory Lanez. Because I get it. If Tory Lanez is being canceled for, like, you know, saying something, and it's just like, I'm not that person anymore. Like, sure. But, like, Tory Lanez, you what you did was dead wrong. And then what makes it worse is you show no remorse for it. You went in the let me not show remorse for it, because showing remorse shows, like, guilt. And so it's just, no one feels anything for you, you know? We don't feel anything for you, Tory Lanez, and that's not our problem for not feeling any way towards you. And I hope we get Tory Lanez, like, out of here. I still think, why was I reading this prediction page and someone said that LeBron James and his wife were on the fritz? Please don't read anything into that. But yeah, okay, you'll learn if you've ever given up Twitter or something that you really like. So if you like video games, you've given up video games, or you've given up, like, anything that you like. So Instagram, me giving up Twitter, I find myself on odd websites. Like, now I'm a Lipstick Alley girl. Like, and I wasn't on Lipstick Alley, but, like, that's the type of sites I find myself on now. I find myself on sites that come up with weird conspiracy theories and strange ways to, like, validate their conspiracy theories. And I was reading a Savannah James and LeBron James conspiracy theory. Mind you, it had no merit. Absolutely no merit. Their reason for why LeBron and Savannah were breaking up is because their little baby, Zaya, that's her name, right? What's her name? Is Zuri. Zaya? What is LeBron James' daughter name? It's something with a Z. Let's see. It's something with a Z. Zuri, I thought so. Okay, it's Zuri. Zuri was wearing Anthony Davis jersey in their little video for LeBron instead of a LeBron jersey, and I'm like, is this what it is? Apparently, like, she's I'm not doing this. I am not about to do this, like what this conspiracy theory was saying, but this is what it said. This is so, like, and mind you, there is no proof of this conspiracy theory. This person literally just pulled this out of thin air. I think I didn't even read long enough to figure out why they got into why they believe this, their own conspiracy theory. But they were like, he was in Vegas with his mistress and all this stuff. I'm like, what in the world? What is going on here? What is going on here? I'm sorry, you guys. I just got a call from my sisters. Sorry. Anyways, yeah. A mess. So that is what I spend my day, because Kenya has quit Twitter. But I don't have any predictions. You want to know what's weird about quitting Twitter? You have no clue what's going on in the world. Like, you're surprised by how much information you just get from Twitter, because I have no clue what's going on in society. Like, literally no clue what is going on at all. At all. Okay, we'll answer a few more questions. There's a track in my wig that is coming out. Ugh. I bought this amazing, this is a bad podcast. I'm already all over the place. I bought this amazing blush by Marina Beauté. Marina Beauté. It's a Jackie Aina recommendation, and it's like orange. It's the perfect orange, and I feel beat. And I just bought the NARS Sheer Glow, and I bought the pump, but I kind of don't even want to use the pump because the pump is messy. I bought the pump because I used that little gift card that Sephora sent out, and I needed to spend like 20 more, like not, like I needed to spend like $5 more to get like something. And so I got the pump for Sheer Glow. But I don't know. Me and NARS foundations aren't really, so far, that Fenty Beauty powder foundation, by the way, you guys, is looking like it's going to be the best product of 2020. Like, just like the setting spray, it's going in the setting spray Hall of Fame. I think that powder foundation is the truth. It's absolutely the truth. Next, have you watched Bridgerton, that show with Shonda Rhimes? Nice to see POC and Jane Austen type settings, not Jane Austen type settings, child, but I get what you mean. But again, they cast light-skinned actors only. Of course, that's why, that movie with Tessa Thompson and, Nnamdi Asomugha, Kerry Washington's husband, I have no desire. Like, people are, like, making it out to be this black love thing. I'm like, Tessa Thompson is biracial. Like, Tessa Thompson got a whole white mama. Like, I'm sorry I'm not moved. Like, I'm not moved. Like, I will watch it, and it probably, because I'm not against watching biracial people on television. That's never Kenya's MO. But I'm not moved to go watch it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not moved to just go see more biracial people on TV. And yes, the girls are light-skinned because that is Netflix. Netflix just, I don't know. And then that's all. I don't know. I've learned that I can't let stuff like if you like Sylvie's, because I'm sure it's called Sylvie's Love. What's it called, y'all? It's called something like that. And if you like that, like, it's fine. Like, I'm not over here telling somebody not to like something, but it's just not for me. Like, I don't like when shows like that or movies like that blatantly just ignore the fact that y'all are purposefully choosing, like, light-skinned people or biracial people to be black people, and I'm supposed to see this as just black love and black love. So, yeah, it's not surprising to me. That's why I kind of over Netflix. I've been over Netflix. You guys know I think Netflix shows are terrible. So, and I was going to watch that because I'm trying to watch more TV in 2021. So, I probably will end up watching. And I'll also end up watching Sylvie's Love because I do like Nnamdi Asomugha. I liked him when he played football, and I like that he's Kerry Washington's husband, and he seems like one of those. We love a husband who knows how to play the back, and he is just such a play the back husband, and we love that for him, and we love that for Kerry Washington. So I am gonna watch it for him, but you know, it's one of those things. It's just ugly. Like they want you, and they try to act like it's just by coincidence. I know you guys have very strong written out rules of who plays these. Like, they try to make it seem like we go into the acting studio, like we go into the auditions and we just say we want a black girl and this is the best person for the role. No, when you're imagining this black girl, you are imagining somebody who is light skinned, and that is why you are choosing the people you are choosing. Please miss me with it. Anyway, Dixie D'Amelio's music career getting more streamed than your faves. Isn't it though? But that's not surprising. It's like TikTok is the future, and I just think y'all are just gonna have to get on board. The old heads who don't like it when like it's the thing. Like, and something else is gonna be popular and Dixie won't be popular one day. Like, you gotta get over it. Like, that's why Beyonce and people like Adele and people who are vets and like they know what they're doing, they don't get bogged down in the streams of it all, because it's like, but is Dixie gonna sell out an arena? No. Like, you get, like, of course she streams well. She's on an app called TikTok, which was huge in 2020, and so of course she's gonna stream well, because all you have to do is go to another app to go listen to her music. Like, come on, like, it's just, so you just, it means nothing to me, because my faves don't rely on streaming to pay their bills, so it means nothing to me. But, and I think the being hard on TikTok stars for like using their platform to get success, it's like, it's late, because like, of course they do. Next. Benegli, okay. 2021 New Year's resolution. What happened to the Keisha, Amanda, Kenya? People want me, Keisha, and Amanda to have beef so bad. It's like people who want us to be like the bestest of friends and the people who want us to have beef so bad. There is literally no beef between Keisha, Amanda, and I. And like if we want, it's just like we don't have time. Like we did talk about collabing, but like it takes a lot to collab, especially to collab with 3 people. So like we just haven't had like the time to like do it. And then we're all doing different things. Like Keisha's doing her interview stuff. I just watched her interview with Amanda. It was like amazing. Like they're all doing, like they're doing their thing. You guys know YouTube is not really my focus right now. Like I'm not in the same place where I would even do a collab right now. So it's literally been no beef. Like I love Amanda. I love Keisha. I think they're absolutely amazing. It never was even called off. Would I probably do a collab right now? No, because that's just not where I am right now in YouTube. But like if we reached out to each other again to collab, I'd probably still do it because I love them so much. And the fact that we are 3 dark-skinned girls doing what we're doing on YouTube, you guys know I'm always like here for that. But I want those girls to like, because YouTube is just not where I want my like life to be, I want them to like completely take over YouTube. Like I am always team Keisha and I am always team Amanda because I think they are amazing. So if we did decide to collab again, I probably would do it, even though I don't want to collab, only because y'all know I don't like doing collabs. I think collabs cause more drama than they do like good content, because people like, you got this hive and it's just like, it's a lot. But I would still do it because I just love them so much. But we'll see. Have you watched The Flight Attendant on HBO? Christina Saunders, I am so happy you said that, because I literally was rolling through HBO Max and I was looking for another show to watch, and I said I wanted to watch The Flight Attendant. Now that you said that, I am going to do that. And then a book recommendation, please go read The Girls Weekend. The Girls Weekend is so good, okay? Go read The Girls Weekend. Or go read The Escape Room by Megan Golden. One of the two. The increase in light-skinned and biracial families in media place for black representation is anti-blackness and colorism. That's why they do it. And I want you guys to be loud about it on Twitter. Be loud about it. Just be loud about it, because it's done purposefully. It's the same reason why British people play American people on TV when it comes to drug dealers and all these things. It's all purposeful, okay? Don't let these people tell you it's just by chance and this is the best person for the job. No, they know exactly what they're doing. It's this idea to whitewash blackness and what is acceptable blackness. You already know what time it is when it comes to that. Yeah. Rihanna's comments about R9. Are y'all upset with Rihanna? I feel like y'all would be upset. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, so were you guys mad that she told that girl on Instagram this comment is so 2019? I think you guys are going to get the album this year. I honestly really think y'all do. What y'all need to do is change the way y'all talk about Rihanna. Y'all so up her ass all day. She don't got no reason to give y'all an album. Start dragging her here and there, and she'll give y'all an album. Rihanna has panties to sell. She wants y'all to like her. She needs y'all to like her. She needs y'all to keep buying her draws. Therefore, if you drag her a little, she might give y'all an album. I love Rihanna, and I love her music, so I'm not thirsty, because Rihanna has given me more than I could ever pay her back. But I would, if Rihanna dropped an album, I would be pressing play. I would be pressing play. Did you ever see JT's old tweets? If so, what are your opinions on the situation? Y'all, JT was a baby kid. Like, JT just grew up in the hood, and she, like, was tweeting stuff. I don't know what opinion people want you to have of this. I have no control to cancel, uncancel, do none of that stuff. So, like, when these things happen, I laugh at it, because it's funny to see, like, how celebrities were moving before they were, like, big stars. So it's honestly just funny to me. It's honestly just funny. But, like, I don't know what to do. I can't cancel her. I don't know what, like, you can do nothing but laugh, because JT doesn't need the support of the people who cancel to be successful. She makes rap music. She makes rap music. They don't care. Thoughts on Ava Max and Madison Beer? I don't know who Ava Max is, but I do know who Madison is, and I think you never seen somebody be too pretty for their own good. Madison Beer is too pretty for her own good. Because she is so, like, conventionally pretty. You know, like, some actors are they're too conventionally good looking. Therefore, it's hard for you to, like, put them in a box or relate to them, because it's so, like, Madison Beer is just so pretty. Like, you're just so, like, pretty. You're the pretty girl at school, so therefore it's like, who what is there to root for? I think that's what causes Madison Beer's disconnect. Like, you have her fans, obviously, but I think that's what causes the disconnect is people being like, you're just so pretty. And like, so what am I rooting for? Pretty? Like, you know? And like, I think Madison Beer could be great, but I just think her being gorgeous it honestly aids in her like demise. Like, people, why she doesn't have that huge fanfare. Anyways, I think someone just asked about the death of the influencer. I think I'm going to make a video on that. It might just be a Patreon video though, because I have so many video ideas that I have to get out. But anyways, I love you guys, and you will hear me in the next one. Bye bye.